Picture this, you're at a party, someone walks up to you, "Hey, how are you?" And suddenly, your mind goes completely blank, the silence stretches, your heart speeds up, you start panicking, trying to grab anything to say. Sound familiar? Here's the twist no one tells you. This doesn't happen because you're boring. It happens because your brain is actually working too well. Stick with me, because I'm about to flip everything you think you know about conversation. Here's the truth, you don't have a nothing to say a problem. You have a too much to filter problem. Your brain generates hundreds of possible responses every minute, but before any of them leave your mouth, a voice jumps in. Don't say that, that's weird, they won't care, that sounds dumb. That internal critic steals your words before they're ever spoken, so the real question isn't, how do I think of things to say? It's how do I stop rejecting the thoughts I already have? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that and give you a complete toolkit that makes conversations feel natural, effortless, and genuinely engaging. Let's start with the most game-changing technique I've ever discovered. I call it the 5-second decision rule. It sounds almost too simple to work. When someone says something to you, you have 5 seconds to respond with whatever pops into your head first, not the second thought. Not the safer version, the first one. This works because your first instinct is usually more authentic and more interesting than anything your mental filter would approve. Someone says, "I just bought a new car." Your first thought might be, "I wonder if they got a good deal." Or, "My cousin got completely scammed at a dealership." Don't analyze it. Pick one and go with it. That random thought can lead to conversations about money, family drama, or life decisions. Both paths are gold, but only if you actually say them instead of filtering them out. Try this today. Set a mental timer, 5 seconds max. You'll be shocked how much more natural conversations feel when you stop trying to be perfect. Now here's something most people get wrong. The best conversationalists aren't the smartest people in the room. They're the ones who ask the best questions, and the secret to great questions is strategic ignorance. Strategic ignorance means acting curious about things you might already understand. If someone says they're a graphic designer, don't show off what you know. Say something like, "That sounds creative. What's a normal day like for you?" Or, "What's the weirdest project you've worked on?" This works because it makes the other person feel important and interesting, and it gives you real stories instead of surface-level talk. Watch great interviewers and talk show hosts. They ask simple, almost child-like questions. How does that work? What was that like? Did anything crazy happen? The magic isn't in showing how much you know. It's in showing how much you want to know. Now let's take this a step further. Every story someone tells you contains multiple conversation threads. Most people grab one thread. When it runs out, they panic. But if you learn to see all the threads, conversations stop dying. Someone says, "I was supposed to meet my friend Sarah for brunch, but she canceled because her dog got sick, so I tried a new Korean place alone." Most people respond to one part. "Oh no, is the dog okay?" But there's so much more there: the friendship, eating alone, Korean food, weekend routines, pets. Instead of picking just one, acknowledge multiple threads. Wow, sick dog drama and a solo food adventure. That's a plot twist. How was the Korean place? And is the dog okay now? This shows you're actually listening, and it gives the conversation multiple directions to flow naturally. Now let's talk about the most powerful skill of all, turning curiosity into momentum. Instead of asking one question and switching the topic, go deeper. Someone says, "I just got back from a work conference in Denver. How was it? What surprised you the most? How are you planning to use that? Do you think your company will actually change anything?" Suddenly, you're not doing small talk anymore. You're having a real conversation. Even with all this, your mind will sometimes go blank. That's normal. The difference is having a few lifelines ready. Comment on something around you. Make a curious assumption. Ask a simple hypothetical. Call back to something they said earlier. Give an honest compliment. These aren't tricks. They're natural ways to reconnect when your brain stalls. And finally, something no one teaches: how to end conversations without it getting awkward. A good exit has 3 parts: appreciation, reason, bridge. "This was really interesting. I should grab a drink before they close. I'd love to hear how that turns out." You leave on a positive note with the door open. Here's the bottom line. Conversation isn't about being the most interesting person in the room. It's about being the most interested person in the room. Once you understand that, running out of things to say stops being a problem. Thanks for watching.